This conference will now be recorded.
In Power Query, I had we were supposed to discuss about merge query and append query. So we had not done that. We'll continue with that topic and then proceed with other topics. Okay. So I have one file. In that file, I have the database which is having the details of date, product, region, name, unit, and sales. Okay. So in the month of January. Okay. So what is the sales? Again in the month of February. Again in the month of March. Okay. I want to append this data. So it is in three different sheets. I want this three different sheet content to be present in one sheet. Okay, three different months details I wanted one below the other. Okay, if you append, it has to display after January. Below that, after that record ended, it has to commence with February details. Again below that, March details. If I want to combine it and display vertically, then I can go for this append query. So first you have one file in three different sheets. Okay, I have the details for January, February, and March. Okay, same details. I've just changed the date. This is for January, this is for February, and this is for March. Okay, you should first store this data, save this file. Okay, I've saved this file as book first, book 1, 6th Jan 2024. This is the name of the file what I have given. You can save it with any name. Okay, I have one workbook. In that workbook, I have details of the sales for the month of January, February, March. Okay. You save this file and exit from this file. Means close this file. Okay. Now you be in a new file. Open a new file. In this, what you're going to do is go for data tab, get data from file, you select from workbook. So here I have saved this file. I have saved this file on my desktop. So I'll open new blank workbook. I'm going to data tab. That file should be closed in which you have stored the details. So I want to append the data. So what I'll do, I'll go for data tab. I'll go for get data. You're importing the data from where? From Excel file. You're selecting from workbook. So I have saved that file on my desktop. Name of my file is book 1, 6th of Jan 2024. This is the name of my file. I am clicking on this import. Once I click on import, here you need to select multiple items. If you select this checkbox, then you can see for each and every sheet you will be getting one checkbox. Select multiple items from this workbook. In this workbook, I have 3 sheets. Okay. Select multiple items. In this workbook, I have 3 sheets. One is January, February, March. Okay. So select multiple items. Now you select all the 3 sheets. So it will show you the data. Select all the 3 sheets. Now you are able to see the data here. You click on this transform data. Why? Because I want to make some changes. What is that changes I wanted? I want all these 3 different sheet content to be present in one single sheet. Unmute. Please unmute.
बहुत लाड होगा इसे बिगड़ कुल्लतन का होगा
So click on this transform data.
ये हंसता बोली तो देख बलाई देख मम्मी ध्यान डाले
Going
मम्मा
to open the
उनका बच्चा आ
power.
गया मालूम में वो मार उठा के निकल
Unmute yourself.
हाँ नानी मगरिब के टाइम
पायल पायल
कर लो
चुप तू जरा कर स्टॉप क्या
Now you are in Power Query Editor screen. You go for this append query. There you select append query as new. You wanted that output in a separate sheet, combined information which has to display one below the other. Go for append query as new. So you have three sheets, okay, three tables. So what you're going to do is instead of selecting two tables, I'll select three tables. Okay. So I'll select this. Already February it is showing. I'll select January, February, March. So whichever you don't want, you just remove that. I want it in a sequence Jan, February, March. Now click on OK. Now you are able to see the combined data. So it is showing you the details of Jan, February and March. If you want, you can give a name here, that is combined data or details of Jan, Feb and March. Append query or append details, appended details, anything, okay, whatever you wanted, or details of Jan, Feb, March. Or combined details of Jan, Feb, March. Any name you can give. Now what I'm doing, you want to bring this to Excel. So go to File. So go for this Home tab. Under Home tab, Close and Load. Close and Load means in the same file. Okay. I want to get this output. See, it is showing you Jan month detail, Feb month, March month, and the combined details is present in details of Jan, Feb, March or append records. Okay, so it's showing you one below the other. Okay, this is your append query. Okay, any doubts you have in this append query? In vertical format, I want the details of sheet of Jan, sheet of Feb, sheet of March details to be combined and displayed in a new sheet. Any doubts you have in this? You have any doubts? You want me to repeat or you have understood? Please respond, guys. Okay. See, I have one file. I'll just show it once again. You're in a new workbook. You have stored some data. In this workbook, I have the details of Jan. Again, I'm having one more sheet. Here I have the details of February. I'll rename this sheet as February. Again, I'll open a new sheet. Here I have the details of March. I'm saving this file. Go to File, Save. So wherever you wanted, you can save. I'm just saving it on the desktop. I'll just give it as append data. I'll just click on Save. I'll just close this file. Now you can see there is one file by name. I've saved it under Z drive. Okay. I've saved it under Z drive. Open any doubts you have till here. You're opening a new workbook. In that, you have stored the details of sales and you have renamed the file as Jan, February and March. And you have given a file name and you have closed that file. Okay. Now you are opening a new blank workbook. Then you go for data tab. In the data tab, get data from workbook. You're getting the data from Excel workbook because you have stored the data in Excel workbook. Go to Excel workbook. So I have saved the data in my Z drive. Name of the file is, I have given it as append data. I'm selecting that file and importing to this new workbook. There you are supposed to select multiple items. See here, load and transform data is not active. Okay, select multiple items. In this workbook, I have different sheets. So which are the sheets you require? You select that. I wanted all the 3 sheets and I want to make changes to the data and to the data. So what I am doing, I am clicking on transform data. If I want to make any changes to my existing data, then you'll be going for transform data. So what is the change I wanted? I want all these data, 3 different month data to be present in one sheet, one below the other. Go for transform data. Now it's going to open the Power Query editor screen. Okay, here it is showing you February, Jan and March month details. Okay. Now here you can see under Home tab, you have this Power Query. Power Query. There you select, you have this Power Query editor screen. In that append query, you click on this pop down and select append query as new. Append query as new. So this is the dialog box which is going to open. What you wanted, you want to concatenate rows from two tables or more than two tables. So I have three tables here. Okay. You are combining the data. Okay. Row wise. Go for three or more tables. So I wanted the details one after the other, that is January, February, March. So here default it is showing you February. I am selecting Jan, then February, then March. By mistake, I have selected the same month once again. Select that, remove it. Again, this February, it was default display. And removing that. I want it in a sequence. After January, I want to get the February details. After that, March details. Now I'll click on OK. See, now the data is displayed one below the another. Okay. If you want, the name of this query is, it is showing you append. So I can give whatever name I wanted. So details of Jan, Feb and March. So you can give any name. Now I want to bring this to Excel. Go for close and load. Okay, click on close and load. So now you can see here you are getting the combined output in this separate sheet of January, February and March. If you want to see the details of Jan, you can click on this sheet which is holding the details of Jan. In the sheet, details of Feb. In the sheet, details of March and the appended data in a separate worksheet. Any doubts you have in this? Any doubts? Okay. So this is about your append query. You have even merge query also. How to do merge? I will be showing you. First, I am showing you the file. See what is append and merge query. So append query creates a new query that contains all rows from the query followed by all rows from second query, third query. Okay. The append operation requires at least two queries or more than that. These queries can also be based on different external data source. Okay. Then what is merge query? Merge query can combine tables with different numbers of columns, while append query requires tables to have the same number of columns. So merge query can be used to create a new column based on the matching values, while append query do not create a new column. Append query will not create new column. It will append one below the other. Merge query, it will create new columns. So here I'm showing you the details. In this new workbook, in sheet 1, I have the details. I have the details, that is employee number, employee name, designation, salary, and department number. I have employee details here. I'll click on the plus sign. One more sheet is opened. In the second sheet, I have the common field is there in both the sheet, which is that I have two tables. One is employee details, one is department details. In both, I have one common field, which is that, see, I have sheet 1. I have employee number, name, designation, salary, department number. In sheet 2, I have department details. In both the tables, I have one common field, which is that. Which is the common field I have in both the tables? Department number. Yes, it's correct. So I'll just save this file. So I want to merge the data. So I'll just give the file name as merge data. So in this file, merge data, I have two sheets. In the first sheet, I have the details of employee. In the second sheet, I have the details of department number. But in both, I have a common field, that is my department number. I'll just close this file. I'll close the file. Now I'll open a new blank workbook. In this, I want to get the merge data. When you're merging in both the tables, except the department number, it should not fetch the department number from both the tables. It has to take only once department number from both the table once, and remaining the fields which are present in sheet 1, sheet 2, both of them has to be displayed in a new sheet. So how to do that? By adding a separate column. Go for data tab, get external data, from file, go for from workbook. I've saved it under my Z drive. File name is merge data. Click on import. Click on import. There you select multiple items. In this file, I have two sheets. Select both the sheets. I want to make changes. When I want to make changes to my data, go for transform data. If I don't want to change anything, then go for load. So I want to make changes, go for transform data. Okay. So this is my first table. In this second table, I have the details of department number, department name, and location. Now on the home tab, you have this merge query. I want to extract the details of both the tables, but department number should not be extracted twice. Only once department number from the both the tables should be extracted. So go for merge query, new. So select table and matching columns to create a merged table. So this is my sheet 1. In that I have the details of employee. Again you click on this pop down. Select the one more sheet, that is sheet 2. Okay. So here in both the tables, which is the common column, select that column. Select this column from sheet 1. Hold the control, select department number even from the second column. Okay. Then you click on OK. Now you are getting the merged data here. See, employee number, employee name, designation, salary, department number. But here it is showing you sheet 2. What you have to do is you click on that. See, you have two arrows here. Click on that, which is the column which has got repeated values. Don't select department number. I want other two details, that is department name and location, to be displayed by adding two more columns next to my employee details. See, now it is showing you employee number, employee name, designation, salary, department number, department name, and location. So it is adding columns and it is showing you the entire information column wise. This is about merge query. Append, it's going to append one below the other. Append, merge query, it's going to add next to your sheet 1 data. Next to that only, it will add columns and it will show you the details of sheet 2 next to that column. Any doubts you have? Okay. So I've told you the difference between append and merge query. So if you want to bring this data to Excel, close and load. Close and load. You're getting the data in the same file. Okay. See, here you are getting the merge columns and you are able to see the data, what is present in sheet 1, sheet 2, and the merge data. Merge data is column wise, append data is row wise, one below the other. It's going to add those data. In Power Query, what we have discussed is how to work on text functions, number function, then append query and merge query. Okay. I'll ask you few questions. So please reply. So MS Office is a product of, you can use chat box. MS Office, it's a product of. Okay. Which version of MS Office we are working on? Which version we are working on? I've shown you how to check the version and which version I'm working. You know, you don't know. So here I'm working on MS Office 2021. So how do you check? Go to File, Account. See, here it's showing you. You're working on 2021. What is the extension when you save your file in Excel? What is the extension when you save your files in Excel? So it is .xlsx. What is cell? It's correct. Intersection of row and column is your cell. So shortcut key for inserting a chart. Shortcut key for inserting chart. We have discussed all the shortcut key A to Z. You remember? Shortcut key for chart. Shortcut key to insert a chart. Yes. Alt F1 is for inserting a chart. So you can check it out here. If you have any data, so if I want to insert a chart, so you can press Alt and function key F1. See, you will get a chart. Okay. You need to highlight the data if you want to prepare a chart. If not, it will show you blank canvas. Okay, Alt plus F1 is for chart. If I want to convert my data to table, what is the shortcut key? So control T is for converting your data into a table. Okay. So Excel, it's a product of, okay. What is the default font when you open Excel workbook? Font size, color. Okay. Now, if I want to use the average function, I have it under auto sum function. What is the function name for using average? Whether it is AVG or fully average or AVE, whether my average function is abbreviated or full form. So it's correct, average. So always formula should commence with an equal sign, average, open the bracket, then you will be having the cell reference. Which is your logical functions? If if both the conditions are satisfied, only then the output will be displayed. Which function you will use? When will I use and or not? When both the condition are satisfied, then you will be using and. Or when will I use or? So or means if either of the condition is true, then it is true. Okay. What is the shortcut key for save? Okay. If I want to exit Excel, how do I exit Excel? Okay. If I want to edit my cell content, you have three methods. How do I edit the cell content? You have three methods of editing the cell content. Either double click, okay, you can go to formula bar and you can, or double click on the cell, or one more is there. One is double click on the cell, one is click on the formula bar and you can edit. Or you can press function key F2 and you can edit the cell content. So what is chart? What is chart? So graphical or pictorial representation of your data is your chart. So what is sparkline and what are the types of sparkline you have? Okay. Types. Types of sparkline. Types of sparkline. Hmm. Yes. What is the difference between count, countif, count A, count blank? What is the difference between count, count A, count blank, countif? So count, it will count only the numbers. Count A, correct. Count A, number of empty cells. Count, it will give you count blank. Count A, number of non-empty cells. Hmm. Count blank. Counts the number of blank cells. Okay. Now if I want to insert current date, what is the function? Current date. If I want to insert current date, current date equals today, what it will show you? Now function, what it will show you? What it will show you? Now function. Uh, to display current date, you have function, right? Equals today, what it will show you? Current date. Or I can use the shortcut key, control semicolon, what it will show you? Control semicolon and control shift semicolon, what it will show you? Control semicolon, what it will show you? Control shift semicolon, it will show you time. If I want to filter my records, what is the shortcut key? See, I have a data here. I want to give a shortcut key for this to filter my record. So you have a shortcut key here. For filter, it is Control Shift L. If I press Control Shift and function key L, see, you will get a pop down for each and every column. You can filter your record. Again, Control Shift L, it's going to remove the filter. Okay, Control Shift L, you can apply or remove the filter. Shortcut key for cut, copy, paste. Okay. Control C for copy, Control X is for cut, Control V is for paste. So we'll just continue with other things. So meantime, I had told you, go to Chrome. In Chrome, you type Excel quiz, question and answer. You can take the quiz there. First, you predict the output, then you click on the answer and verify what you are predicting and what output it is showing, whether it is one and the same. So that you will get to know more number of queries are there. You'll learn more number of things. So, prior taking your exam, you will also become confident. Okay. And you try to download even the shortcut keys. In Chrome, you can go shortcut keys in Excel. You search for it, it will show you. You can go through the options. Okay. So again, we'll come back to the subject. Next, I'm supposed to tell you with the view tab. Have I discussed about view tab previous class? View tab, I think we have discussed. Yes or no? We have discussed about the view tab, right? Okay, so we will continue again. See, you can go to view tab. This is normal view. Always you will be working in normal view. In page break preview, I told you Excel is for workbook. Workbook contains sheet. Okay. So you'll get one arrow here. When you drag it, you can see number of pages. Each sheet will have n number of pages. If you drag it here, you will come to know you can have n number of pages. Okay. You have a number of pages. You can see that in your page break preview. Then you have this. See, I had told you in one page you have up to F column. If you want, you can reduce that to D column, or if you want number of rows is up to 44. If you want, you can reduce that to 29 rows or 15 rows, however you wanted. Okay. Now you have page layout. So in page layout, I can include header and footer. So header is the information which is going to appear on top of the page. You can have the company name or the logo included in the header. In the footer, you can include the page number, date, time. You can insert it. Okay. I have told you even about the custom view. If you click on custom view, I had shown you like you want all the details to be visible for you when you are when you're showing the details of your data. I want to hide the sales detail and display for my client. Okay, so how to do that? And I've told you when you're showing the details for your manager, again all the records has to be visible. That I've told you in custom view. And you have this grid lines. So grid lines is removed. Grid lines, that is your rows and columns, was displayed earlier. Now it is removed. If you don't want formula bar is removed. Again click on it, formula bar is displayed. If you don't want heading, headings are removed. Again it can be displayed. You have zoom. So when you go for zoom, default zoom percentage is 100%. Minimum is 10%. Maximum you have up to 400%. Okay. When you zoom, you can view your content in bigger or in smaller size, but it's not affected while printing. It's only for viewing purpose you are increasing the zoom percentage. It will not get affected when you're printing the content. When you're taking a hard copy, it is not reflected. It's only for viewing purpose. Whatever font size you have given, it's going to print in that size only. So if you want, you can go for 100%. Zoom selection. So it is showing you in 400%. It's not going to print in this size when you're taking a hard copy. I had shown you in three different sheets, you have three different data. If you want to view all the content together, then what I'm doing, I'll click on this new window. In this workbook, I have three sheets, details of Jan, February, March. I want to see all the three details simultaneously. So what I can do, click on new window. Now it is showing you in your title bar. It has opened for the second time. Again go for view tab, click on new window. Now same file is open for the third time. You can see the changes in the taskbar. In the taskbar, it has opened for the first time, second time and third time. It is showing you 4 of 1, 4 of 2, 4 of 3. Now if I want to view this together, go to view tab, go for arrange all vertical. Now see, same file is opened. You will be able to see the details of February here. In this window, I want to see the details of March. Any doubts you have in this? Different types of views and how to view the same workbook contents in different sheets. Any doubts? Okay. Later, you can close the window. Now, here you have freeze pane. When you are inserting record, see, am I able to see the heading? First row, am I able to see when I'm inserting the 30th record, 40th record? It will not show you. When when I'm inserting records, I want to view my first row so that I'll come to know whether I'm inserting the record into appropriate columns. So what I can do is, you can go for this view tab, freeze pane, freeze top row. If you go for freeze top row, now first row is freezed. When I scroll, I'm able to insert the records under appropriate columns. I'll not make any mistake. It will be visible. My first row is visible even when I'm inserting even 100th record or 1000th record. I'll be able to insert under appropriate columns. If I want to unfreeze, once you're freezed, unfreeze option will be active. Click on this, it will remove the unfreeze option. Next, you have this split. Okay. In this worksheet, I have A column, B, C, D, E, F. Up to F column, I have the details. From G column, I don't have the details. Okay. If I want to go to the last column, control and right arrow. You are in the last column. Control and right arrow, go to the last column. I'll just add here department number. I'll add the department number. Okay. Now, if I want to go to the last column, I should scroll. When I'm scrolling, see, I have scroll bar here, horizontal and vertical. So, if I'm scrolling, I cannot see the columns present on my left hand side. Similarly, when I scroll, I can't see the columns on my right hand side. If I want to view the records present in first few columns as well as last column, I can go for this split. Okay. If I click on split, from the G column, I don't have any data. So be in this G column, first row, click on split. You can see here one more scroll bar is available. So if I press Ctrl right arrow key, see, now I'm able to see the records present in first few columns and the last column. If I click on the split option once again, it's going to remove that window. Once you click on this, I need to scroll to see the data present in the last column. I'll just repeat. I have some data in first few columns. From this G column, I don't have any data. But in my last column, I have some data. I want to view both the details at a time. So what I'll do, I'll go for the split. Now only one scroll bar is there. Once I click on split, you can see on your left hand side you have one scroll bar, as well as on right hand side you have one more scroll bar. Now if I press Ctrl right arrow key, see, you are able to see the records present in first few columns as well as last column. Parallelly I can view. If I want to remove that, click on the split once again. Any doubts you have? Any doubts? Okay. Then you have this hide. Click on this hide. My currently opened workbook is being hidden. If I want to bring it back, click on unhide. So unhide, it will show you the name of the workbook which is hidden. You can bring it back by clicking on OK. So currently opened file is going to be hidden once you click on this hide window. Once you have hidden, only then unhide option is active. Click on it. You can bring back that workbook again. Okay. So I'll just continue. I'll mark the attendance. I'm marking the attendance. So whoever is available now, who were present earlier, you will not be getting the attendance. I'm marking the attendance. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯೋ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ತೆಗಿತೀರಾ? So tomorrow when we are again, I'll discuss with a new topic. Meantime, I want you to go through whatever is taught from day 1 till today. So I'll be asking you questions. I have given you two things. You can go through the shortcut keys as well as go through the quiz. Okay, so you have to go through the information. I'll ask you the details. And what I wanted you to do is you have to create one invoice. I'll show you. Create that in Excel. So which should include GST, any bill, okay, any invoice bill which includes even GST with formulas and all you should do it in Excel like this. I want you to prepare like this in Excel. Got it? Response, guys. You have to prepare the invoice, okay, of your choice. You can select there, prepare it. So today we'll end up the session. We'll continue in tomorrow's class. Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, actually tomorrow we have our online NSEM exam, ma'am, from 6 to
Okay.
7.
Okay.
Yeah, so how about this class, ma'am?
That you have to speak to your main person and they have to discuss with our head office people,
Okay, ma'am.
head office management. Okay.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. And
Okay, ma'am.
then it should be informed to us. Okay.
Okay, okay, fine, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank
Bye.
you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.